Come on in, come on in. Welcome, my sparklers. Come on in. It's the Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show. Oh, it's a great show tonight. So come on in, come on in. Yes. If you forgot to grab your snack, go grab you a snack. If you forgot to, you know, schedule what you need to schedule what you need to schedule, and come on and have a seat now. Have a seat. It is time for the Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show. It's your girl, Simply Carissa, and just want to say welcome to all my sparklers. Give you a few minutes to come on in, come on in. And by all means, don't forget, you are free to comment in the chat. The chat is open, so help yourself. Just come on in. Yes, I'm excited today on this thankful, thoughtful, and thrilling Thursday. I sure am. I hope you're just as excited as I am. You know, every day is a day to be excited. Yes, yes. Now listen, as I'm waiting for all the sparklers to come in, of course, today is the first day of spring. But a lot of places were giving away free things. Or if it wasn't free, it was only $1. Oh, yes. Dairy Queen. Let me tell you guys, Dairy Queen, or if you call it DQ Grill, they had free small ice cream cones. Now, you guys know how delicious Dairy Queen ice cream is. Now, just imagine that it was FREE today. Why? They were just kicking off the first day of spring. I love when stores give back because they didn't have to do it, but they did. And they gave back to the community with a free small ice cream cone. And it was deliciosos. It was delicious. So it's still early. I don't know what time Dairy Queen or DQ Grill closed tonight, but you might want to make your way over there if you got a taste for some ice cream. I know everybody lives in different parts and different regions, but if you have a Dairy Queen, if you have a DQ Grill, make sure you go by and check them out. Okay. Now, who else had something today for the first day of spring? Oh, yes. Wendy's. They had a dollar junior cheeseburger, and I think, or just a regular cheeseburger. So if you're not the junior bacon fan, they had the regular junior cheeseburger for you too. Now, Krispy Kreme said, now they'll give you a 3-pack glazed donut package for free. However, you had to purchase a dozen donuts to get the free 3-pack of donuts. So, I mean, it's still a good deal because you're getting some extra donuts on the end. So it was also free. Now, there was a icy Italian ice company that was giving away free Italian ice cups. So I'm not too familiar with those, but I do know that they were FREE today. Okay. They were free 99. FRE 99. Free 99. Okay. And I'm trying to think. There was one more place that I'm forgetting because there were a few places giving out a lot of goodies, a lot of freebies today. If I think of it, I will let you guys know. Now let's get into this evening. How many of you have checked in on your vision board? You know, I'm going to check in. Look, you're going to hear this every Thursday, every week that I am on with the show about those vision boards. I'm not going to let you off the hook about your vision board. Did you touch and agree with your vision board? Did you look at your vision board to manifest what you have on your board? I know I did. I was touching and agreeing with my board today, manifesting the things that I see forthcoming for myself. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, but you gotta believe. You gotta believe in what your dreams are. Now, if you just cut and paste and just threw something on the board, and you don't believe in what you put on the board, I don't know how that's going to work for you. But I do know what will work for you. If you believe in the dreams, if you believe in the vision of what you set on that board, it will come to fruition. For real. I know. All right, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real with my sparklers. But you gotta believe with all your heart and soul. Now, dreaming big, you have to set goals also, and then you take action. Okay, because that's what I do. I dream big, I set my goals, and I take action. Because hey, who better than you, right? Okay, I have to give a shout out to Will Packer for that because that's the title of his book. All right, journaling, journaling, journaling. How many of you done your journaling entries? I know I did. My journal entries are very important to me, very valuable to me. And like I said, I kick off. Hey, I am somebody. I'm thinking. Yeah, today's journal entry. I am somebody. I am a winner. I'm an amazing person with extraordinary dreams. Great things are coming my way. That's my affirmation that I say daily. But sometimes I like to write it in my journal to kick off my journal entries too. Okay. Believe in yourselves. Who better than you? You don't look at somebody else putting them in front of you. You are awesome. Okay? You are terrific. So don't let anybody tell you that somebody else should come before you because that's not it. Mm-mm. First of all, you are the option. And rule number one, never be number two. Believe in yourself. There, shout out to Ashana Williams. She had on her Instagram story today. And Shauna, if you listening, you still didn't hit me up. I need to know the individual's name who you had posted on your story today, because there were some valuable downloads of what that young man was saying today on your story reel that you shared. The gentleman said, "You will never grow until you learn these three things." And so what he talked about with these three things, he says that you will never grow. He says you got to let it go, move on, and appreciate. He said it more than one time because he was, saying it with conviction to help you to understand what he's trying to tell you. He said you will never grow until you learn these three things. You got to let it go. Don't carry on baggage. Let it go. You let it go, move on, and appreciate. Those are the golden nuggets, the golden rules that that was like a winner chicken dinner down low for me. So that young man deserves a shout out. And so I just want to say, I would like to know who that individual is. I would love to follow their Instagram page. All right. Now I talked about the journaling, just gave some little tidbits about all the freebies today because it is the first day of spring. I was trying to get ready for the spring. Y'all, you like my spring colors, everybody? You like my spring? I tried to get ready for the first day of spring, everybody. Yes, I did. I had to add a little color, a little razzle to my wardrobe this evening. Okay, now let's get into it today as we continue to honor phenomenal women in women's history. I have a women's history spotlight this evening, and it is a very special young lady. I decided no, I wasn't going to do anybody at this time. That's they're gone, and they're buried. May they rest in peace. No, I want to also give shout outs to young upcoming women who are just really doing their thing. And so I want to kick off Women's History Month Spotlight this evening with Kaylin Mary Music. Kaylin Mary Music is a phenomenal young lady. She is 25 years old and has done more as a 25-year-old than a woman that may be 89 years old. She is definitely a trailblazer in her career. She is a triple threat. She might even be a quadruple threat because she does so many things and she wears so many hats. But this young lady started her career actually when she was like 3 years old. 3 years old, we knew that she had the it factor when she was so in awe of the television show Judge Judy, to the point that she had adults following her lead, where she identified our roles and characters that she wanted us to play for the show. And of course, she said she was going to be Judge Judy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is when she was 3 years old. Wait for it, because there's more. So, 3 years old, she plays a judge, uh, reenacting Judge Judy. She knew who the bailiff was, the whole 9 yards. It was just amazing to see her talent. 9 years old, she then kicks off her own TV show on YouTube. 15 years ago, this young lady was on YouTube. Before a lot of people knew about the YouTube University and what YouTube was, this young lady made her mark on YouTube. As a matter of fact, because I like to pull up my receipts, I'm going to show you one of her episodes from 15 years ago. It was actually her first video at 15 years old. I'm going to let it's actually showing. This is how it all started out. This young lady had created, produced her own show. I don't know, it's kind of, the lighting is not so great, but you guys get the gist. But you can find it yourselves right on YouTube. So that sound you hear, that's coming from her show. There it is. Now that's when she was 9 years old. She kicked off her own episode. What a talent. What a talent. What a talent. What a talent. That was 15 years ago on YouTube. It hit about, is like over 1,000 views. She's got a talent, a skill set where she has a great imagination. When you have a great imagination, the sky is the limit. That is the first calling of a true talented person, when you have an imagination to dream and dream big. Well, that is Kaylin Mary. So that's where she was at 9 years old, writing, creating her own ideas. Then she was introduced to, singing and performing. So she joins a group. The group was called KF3. She sings the lead of Jingle Bell Rock at, I think she was about 9 or 10 years old. The age escapes me now, but it was between, I think, 9 or 10 years old, where she's lead singer in this group called KF3. But wait, there's more. So then there's an idea. Shout out to Natasha Garcia with the AGI Entertainment Group. She is selected to join a girls' group, a group of 3 young ladies. They performed at Showtime at the Apollo in Harlem, New York. It doesn't get better than that. I've never been to New York. I've never been to, I would love to go and to see a show at the Apollo. Wow. But this young lady did. 9 or 10 years old. Like I said, I might be fuzzy with the age, but she was young. Might have been 11 years old. Because then she performs on a news station in Connecticut, the Star Spangled Banner. Can you all believe this? Like I said, she may be young, but she's got a trailblazing history that you would not believe. Yes. So she goes to Connecticut. She's on a news station singing with the girls group, the Star Spangled Banner. Now, I know, guys, you think that's pretty cool. But wait, there's more. The group then goes on to appear on the X Factor, the final season of X Factor, where they made it through the traveling round. You know how they go from city to city looking for talent? Well, they went to New Orleans. They got the golden ticket to go to Hollywood. Oh my goodness gracious. The looks and the excitement of these girls, priceless. So 12 years old, 12/13 years old, she's on her way out to Hollywood to be on the X Factor show. Wow. They made it through round after round after round, all the way up to, I believe it was right down to the top 10. But you guys can check it out because I know it's out there on YouTube. Go on out there on X Factor, the final season. You will see her out there. So after round, they made it right like to the top 10. These young ladies, I tell you what, poised, true talent. I mean, they gave it their all. They didn't make it to the grand finale, but they gave it a big fight. A shout out to Simon Cowell, Kelly Rowland, Demi Lovato. I don't remember the other young lady's name that was a judge. If I remember, I'm going to give you a shout out as well. But Kelly Rowland, what a phenomenal job you did with the encouragement on that show for these young ladies. Also, Simon Cowell, he was a little iffy, but Simon Cowell moved them right on up to the next round. So that's not everything now. So that was the X Factor, right? So then this young lady moves on to her own independent work where she actually started filming. So she and the group were on Star. Queen Latifah, Naomi Campbell, Lenny Kravitz. Oh, the star list goes on and on. Well, the group was on for 3 episodes. But Kaylin Mary did not stop there. She continued on with she got the acting bug. This young lady not only did the television show Star, she moved on to Lifetime Movies. And last spring break, and they're probably going to show it again, everybody, on this spring break show. But she starred in a show called the Psycho Sweet 16. Quite an interesting movie, but you can check it out on Lifetime. Well, that's not it either. Then she moved on to be one of the leads in Sweat, Blood, and Cheer, a movie that's found on Tubi as well as Lifetime. Kaylin Mary has a talent that she just keeps going. She has tenacity. So as she's doing these new acting roles, she's performing as an independent actor, separate from the group. She detached from the group and started working as an independent artist. But that's not all. Then she hops on to Disney Plus. She stars in a show called Just Beyond on the Disney Plus channel. What a phenomenal young lady, as I shared, 25 years old, and she is a trailblazer. She went from the humble beginnings of Showtime at the Apollo all the way to the X Factor, onto a huge Fox television show, Star. It doesn't get better than that, to rub elbows and engage and network with some super great people. Then to go on to film and be in her own movies in her own right as an actor. So today's Women History Month spotlight goes to none other than Kaylin Mary Music. You guys need to check her out. Check out her music on Instagram. She goes by Kaylin Mary Music on Instagram. She has her own production company as well. She writes and produces music for others. So shout out to Kaylin Mary Music. Okay. And just a sidebar note, this great superstar is also my niece. Shout out to Kaylin Mary Music. A phenomenal, whether she's my niece or not, the work speaks for itself. What an awesome young lady. Now on to some trendy news, everybody. On to some trendy news. Did you guys see iHeart Music? iHeart Music, it aired Sunday, and there were some pretty cool acts. And SZA, she got R&B Artist of the Year. That was awesome. And also, Money Long was honored with singing one of Mariah Carey's high-performing chart-making songs. So I know that Money Long, she was on Instagram and she was talking about how excited she was to have that honor. She just didn't jump up and do it. It was a request by Mariah Carey, allegedly, from what she said on Instagram. That's super cool. It doesn't get better than that. Now, over the weekend also, I went to a movie premiere. The film director and producer, Kevin Cameron, has traveled out of the country, because he was in Canada. The first premiere opened in Canada, everyone, in Toronto, Canada, for his namesake. What a touching, inspiring movie. He's been from Toronto, Canada to New York, Alabama. He has traveled the country, and I believe his stop now is Atlanta. If he hasn't already been there, he's headed to Atlanta. But the movie, For His Namesake, is very touching, very humbling movie about the dedication of this young man who was trying to save his newborn child, but her genetics didn't quite match his genetics, and he needed to find family members that had the same matchup. And he was estranged from his family on the father's side. But the story is beautiful. I don't want to tell everything about it because you too can check out For His Namesake. It's awesome. The premiere was wonderful. The director Cameron did a Q&A about the movie and had great conversations with the audience. I love that great interaction and I love that great feedback. Now, my sparklers, I have a question for you. Have you enjoyed going to a premiere? Have you ever been to a premiere? You could put it in the chat. Have you gone to a premiere and been on the red carpet? And talk to us about, did you enjoy your experience at the premiere? So this was my second premiere. My first premiere was Obedience the movie. That was pretty awesome. I was a cast member in Obedience, and that was my first time being on a red carpet. That was a humbling experience. And then to watch the movie fully for the first time with an audience and they gave great feedback was awesome. Now I'm going to stop in the chat. I'm going to stop for a moment because in the chat, someone in the chat said, I can't wait to see it. Oh, yes, you have to see the movie For His Namesake. It is uplifting, it is inspiring, it is very inspirational. You don't want to miss that movie. I believe that it is now going to Atlanta. Atlanta is the next stop. The movie has been all over the country, but I believe the next stop is Atlanta, Georgia. Now, moving right along in trendy news. I haven't. Well, you all tell me. Do you all watch Real Housewives of Atlanta or Married to Medicine? I didn't watch this episode, but if you happen to watch it, you could say a thumbs up if you watch it, or a one if you watch it, a two if you don't watch it. I just heard lots of little talk about the Housewives of Atlanta and the Married to Medicine, and allegedly, I think. The young lady named Quad is planning to part ways. I know that Phaedra, that was originally the Real Housewives of Atlanta star, went over to Married to the Medicine for a little bit, but I don't think she's no longer over there as well. Interesting about these reality shows because they're quite different and changing with the times. Now, my learning corner, my learning corner, my learning corner. Since today is the first day of spring, I just want to talk about some spring ideas. Now, let me ask this question and get on in the chat and answer. Now, where you are, is it cold or is it sunny and breezy? I'd like to hear from my sparklers. So you all gonna have to give me some feedback, my sparklers. Is it cold where you are? Is it sunny and shiny? Because today is the first day of spring, and depending on where you are in the region, depends on what your weather is like. But the learning corner about the first day of spring is the fact that this is the time where we do spring cleaning. You might want to shake up the decor a little bit, add a little razzle dazzle to the decor. One of the things that I found is I have been looking at some trendy things for kicking off the spring are changing out vases, adding like weaved baskets, or like if you do a vase, add neutral flowers to the vase along with greenery to spruce up your room. Like I told you guys on one episode before, I love plants. I love green. I love anything that is green. So my enhancement is going to stay as is with my greenery. I just make sure I water my plants on a regular basis and they give off the most beautiful color, and plants are healthy for your house. it really cleans up the toxins and everything in your atmosphere. So if you don't have any plants in your home, please go out and get you a plant and start just adding plants to your decor. But I do know as the spring is starting, florals are the it thing. And so thank you, my sparkler, Riri and Lily. Shout out to Riri and Lily. I know they have a show coming on right after mine at 8 o'clock. So you guys check out the Lily and Riri show coming to you right after Green Eyes Sparkle. So you all have to stay tuned and check them out. And I thought I had my phone on silence. And that is me with the ringing. Let me get that on silence real fast. This is streaming live, so anything could happen. And yet the phone rang, but it's all good. Anyway, so yes, and a fun thing also about the Learning Corner about springtime, make it a family affair. If you guys want to all plant some greenery, everybody get their own piece of a plant, and you go out and purchase, Walmart, Dollar Tree, Home Depot, any of those places sell clay pots. Get you a clay pot, get you some potting soil, and make it a family affair. Everybody's going to spring into spring by planting flowers. Yes, yes. And cold and windy in Atlanta. I hope you all bundle up, stay warm, because it's beautiful in the Sunshine State. And by the way, as you're doing your spring cleaning and you're getting your decor together, less is more. Don't overcrowd your space with too much stuff. Remember, springtime. Springtime is spring cleaning. You want to remove the clutter. You want to make it simple. Nice little vase with your greenery, in different areas, but don't take one space and clutter it, because it doesn't give a feel of, it's spring in springtime. So let's make sure we keep the clutter down to a minimum. Also in the Learning Corner, I put it in the Learning Corner, but guess what? I put it in the Learning Corner, but I want to talk about, I have a question for my sparklers. I love the feedback. Thank you, my sparklers. Listen, in the springtime, that's when they say that you can change up your wardrobe. Do you wear white? Do you wear white in the spring? Do you wear your white sandals? Do you wear your white shoes in the springtime? Or no, you don't wear white at all? I mean, I dabble in my white sneakers. I don't necessarily wear white sandals, but I will put on a pair of white sneakers. Oh, I got another sparkler responding about the weather. It's breezy and beautiful in North Florida. Shout out to North Florida. And that's Charlene. Hey, Charlene, how you doing, honey? Yes, thank you, my sparklers, for joining in the chat and having great conversations. But listen, white shoes are now, in the springtime, you can't wear it. I don't wear white shoes in the wintertime. Oh, no. Now, I'm not going to put on no white shoes in the wintertime, unless they're off-white, a bone color. But I'm going to wear my white sneakers. But do you guys wear white sandals? Or gentlemen, if you're on the chat, do you wear all white sneakers? I would love to hear from you guys. I'm just curious because there's so much conversation about springtime and do you wear white? Yes or no? I don't wear white. So that's interesting. Would love to hear that feedback as well. My sparklers, I have 2 minutes left, my sparklers. So what you all talking about? What you doing? I know you guys going to watch Lily and Riri's show starting at 8 o'clock on YouTube. All right, my sparklers. You got to catch Lily and the Riri show. It's coming on. It'll be coming on at 8 o'clock. Any conversations that you want to have in my coming down to like a last minute now and counting, my sparklers? Well, sparklers, let me tell you something. I thank you all for the feedback and the engagement. Also, tune in every week, Thursdays at 7 p.m. for Green Eye Sparkle Baby, the show. And yes, I have on my little touch of white today. Now, you see I have on my little touch of white because it's the first day of spring. Now, get into it now. I decided to add a little touch of my own little razzle-tazzle with my outfit today. Okay? That's all my time, my sparklers. Tune in next week. Be great, my sparklers. And yes, thank you all for joining in and catching me live. I will see you guys next Thursday. Now stay on YouTube because the Lily and Riri show is coming up. Bye. All right.